Yeah, that's right. Renee, Sheriff William+Earl+Hilton joins us now, and we were talking a little bit, and you're like, I think a lot of the people out here just surprised at how this result went today.
Yeah, I was a little surprised, but when you take into consideration how hard the Wagner people worked, they really did work hard. I stopped by their campaign place a few minutes ago, and they were so energized because they were excited for winning. But I hadn't had a chance to study the numbers and just see what the percentages are, but it seems to me like Mike didn't get the percentage that he got last time in the first primary. But I'm looking forward to a smooth transition. Chuck and I will have to work together many days to move a $36 million business over into another leadership. But I've known Chuck a long time. He's a friend, and I look forward to a smooth transition. I told him a while ago that there's already things happening in state government that he needs to be involved in, and Tuesday we have a meeting in Baton Rouge, and there's going to be some discussion on who the new Secretary of Corrections is going to be, and the sheriff is going to have an input in that, and I want Chuck to be there to be a part of that. But I look for a smooth transition. There won't be any problems there at all.
I'm sure one of your top concerns as well, all the employees that have worked for you loyally and faithfully these many years, and what's going to happen to them now?
Well, Chuck and I haven't discussed that at all, but you take anybody going into an operation that big, you can't bring all new people in because it's just, the business is too massive. And I feel like Chuck will rely on a lot of the people that are working there now, because stop and think about it. You know, 4 years from now, these people will be just as loyal to Chuck as they was to Mike. And so you got to look at all of that.
Yeah, and you said the other day that you felt like 2/3 of the people in the sheriff's department right now would be loyal to Mike. Maybe a third would have been on the Wagner side. How does Chuck bring those other 2/3 into his camp, and what do you say to those 2/3?
I would say the 2/3 is stay, support Chuck, make him a good sheriff, give him 100%, and just work for him. And, you know, become what it all boils down to is serving the people of the parish. Yeah. And I think Chuck is a type man that if you go in there and work hard and you're sincere about what you're doing and follow his leadership, everything will be fine.
I want to get your reaction as well to some of the other sheriff's races, because some of the people that you worked with for quite a while, such as a Pop Hataway, getting defeated, so it was kind of a rough night for those incumbents as well.
It was, but if you look back at the first primary, it was a bad time for incumbents all across the state. So many people got beat. And I think Bodie, the sheriff up in Wynn Parish, also got beat tonight. And but I see where Frankie Howard, one of my friends, used to be sheriff in Vernon Parish, won his representative race over there, and I'm glad for Frankie for that. But it's bad to take a defeat, but you know, we have to move on, and I'm not going to do anything during the transition that's going to hurt our parish or hurt our employees or give Chuck a difficult time or anything like that. I just want to take care of business the way the people would want it taken care of.
Final question. I know you and Mike are friends. He's been loyal to you for many years. You've been loyal to him. What do you tell him now as far as maybe what he can do with his future? Well,
we've talked a little bit about that, but Mike and his son both are in the construction business, and Mike has a lot of friends, and I think Mike will go on back into construction and make a living for his family. I feel like he'll do that, and who knows, you know, he may run for something else or may get involved in something else. I don't know. That's something you'll have to ask Mike.
Yeah, actually, he did tell me earlier he may run for sheriff again.
Well, he may do that. I don't know. We haven't discussed that. I don't know.
Right. And one more thing. How long do you think it'll take for you to work with Chuck, as far as how many months, weeks? Are you even looking at that right now?
I know Chuck wants to take probably a few days and rest, but whenever he's ready, I want him to get with me and we'll sit down and talk. It'll take days and days, and my term doesn't end until the last day of June. But I can let him have the office anytime between now and then. That's not a problem, and that's something that he and I will talk about. And but bottom line is, it's going to be a smooth transition. We're going to make this thing work.
All right, very good. Sheriff William+Earl+Hilton, appreciate everything, okay? Thank you very much. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and send it back to you in the studio. All right, guys, thank you very much. And we are back here with Mike+slocum now to talk about what happened tonight. And first of all, let me just get your overall reaction to the events of today.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't win, but you know, it's when you get out there in the public and you put yourself out there for everybody to look at and judge you. I think that I did a good job. I kept the high ground like I said I was. I never went negative. Probably cost me the race, but I'll still do that. Gave my whole life to law enforcement. I look forward to the future. I know that the Lord's got some good things in store for me. I want to say this, though. I'm very, very proud of my team and the people that came out and supported me. For 2 years, they gave their life up, and you see them around me, and I really appreciate what they've done. So.
Out here watching, you could kind of see the people. It's almost like they were in disbelief watching the numbers come in.
Well, we were shocked. I thought that we were going to do better than that. But you know, I had many candidates against me that were saying some things. I probably should have responded harder about the 2 cars on the side that patrolling. It was not true. There's some things, but I tried to keep the high ground. And I'm glad I did, because in the long run, that's the way to be. Tell the truth. I thought by telling the truth and getting the things out there, we were going to win the thing, but unfortunately we didn't.
Is that where you really feel the race was lost, just you were not responding?
Well, I didn't run anything negative. I didn't say anything bad about anybody. And of course, change, and I was put into the old regime, and people won't change. But, I think I've done a good job. I'll give my whole life to law enforcement since I was 19 years old. So I do appreciate it. I want to tell y'all, thank y'all so much.
And I guess the obvious question then is, what is next for you?
Well, I may go back into law enforcement. I may run for sheriff again. You never can tell. But I'm going to sit back, take a little time off, give my family. I certainly appreciate them, and so many people supported me financially and with their lives and stuff. I'm very, very humbled about that. But I'm going to look at some options and stuff, and I'll be okay. And I know that I just hope this. I hope that when Chuck gets in there, he takes care of the deputies and stuff, and he'll be a good sheriff, and he won't have no trouble with me, and I will back him up, and I'm just that type of guy.
All right, Mike, appreciate you talking with us. I know you want to get with your supporters here.
Yes, sir.
Enjoyed working with you.
Thank you, Al. Appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you.
That's Mike Slocum here from his victory/reception party, and you can tell a lot of people are here to support him, and you can tell very somber as you look at Mike now walking away with some of the people. A lot of people who are very, very supportive, and that's one thing you can say about Mike Slocum is those who did support him with a lot of passion and a lot of energy. It's just that it wasn't quite enough for him tonight. All right, let's go ahead and send it back to you guys in the studio.
Essentially a concession by Mike Slocum. Mr. Slocum,